Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. And yeah, you know what? This race will probably be passed by the time you get to see this video, but I am coming to you from the end of the straightaway here in beautiful downtown Toronto, and couldn't be more excited to be back in Canada, excited for this weekend. And of course, by the time you watch this video, the race is long past. You'll already know who won. But hey, keep on praying for us. Keep those prayers coming. We are closing out this season. We got 4 in a row, and then we got St. Louis and the West Coast swing. Need all the prayers you can certainly offer up. I just love what God is doing in this paddock. Lives are being changed. There's been so many opportunities, even today, just getting here, just watching the connections and what God is doing is amazing. But I got to just say, it's attributed to your praying, your giving, your support of this ministry. It matters. You matter. And so, hey, I don't know if you saw last week, but Chuck, man, he really hit the nail on the head with kind of where he went last week and what God laid on him with just Jesus performing for us. And he mentioned something that I want to remind us of, because it's we're going to see that today, is that chapter 4 is really about Jesus's identity. You know, it's not that Jesus becomes the Messiah in chapter 4. No, it's like his Messiahship is revealed in chapter 4. And so that's kind of what we're seeing here. You know, you got a few weeks ago, I talked about how he stood up in the synagogue and read from Isaiah, threw down a mic drop moment of, you know, pointing to himself as the anointed one. And so what that did is it left the people, they're confused as all get out, right? Because there's Jesus, right? Like we know Jesus, we know his parents. Like, it's a carpenter, right? Like, he built the cabinets in my kitchen. Like, you know, they just know Jesus. Well, he played t-ball with my son. You know, Jesus was very much present. And so they knew him. And I think here's the thing that I see. We're going to look at Luke 4:24 today, where it says, and truly I say to you, a prophet is without honor in his own hometown. A prophet is without honor in his own hometown. And what that's pointing to is the danger and familiarity. You see, Nazareth, the people in Nazareth, they were so familiar with Jesus that they couldn't see who he really is. And I got to say, you know, the danger and familiarity. And I have to wrestle with that myself. I think we all do. I think we all get to a place in our walk where we get complacent and we get flippant about things. Like, we walk into church and we sing some half-hearted songs, we drop a 20 in the plate and we go home. And we lose sight of the magnitude of who it is we're worshiping. You know, when we talk and we help and we serve other people, when we give, like, we lose the magnitude of what we're a part of. You know, I'll use IndyCar Ministry as an example. You know, when you support us financially, it's easy to think, well, I'll help those guys do ministry. And I need to correct you. It's not that. Like, you're a part of a bigger picture. You're a part of pushing God's kingdom forward. You are being used by God to reflect him in this paddock and among a people that, frankly, they need all the hope that we can share from Jesus. And so where I'm at today with Luke is there's a danger in familiarity. There's a danger in familiarity. You know, I've talked to so many people who grew up in church, who have been familiar with church their whole lives, and it took a long time before they could actually see who Jesus really is. And if that's you today, I just want to encourage you and invite you to come in front of God's word with a fresh vision, a fresh picture. You know, that this God that you know, I think sometimes in Christmas and Easter, we just kind of half-heartedly go through the motions because, well, it's just Christmas and Easter. But like, God became a man, grew up on this earth, submitted himself to the obedience of his Father, and went to a cross for you and for me. And a whole lot of good stuff in between. And I think sometimes we need to be reminded of the magnitude of who it is we worship. And so number one, you know, there's danger in familiarity. Is Jesus too familiar to you? Have you lost the majesty, the beauty, the magnitude of who he really is? Because if you have, man, it's really simple. Get on your knees and invite Jesus in to say, God, I have lost sight of who you really are. Please remind me, refresh, renew my spirit. Because when you do that, I promise you, he will come. Or number two, if you've never had a vision of who Jesus is, what are you waiting on, man? Man, it's all legit. Like, Jesus came as a baby, grew to be a man, and submitted himself to dying for you and for me. Not because we earned it, not because we deserve it. And so don't lose sight of the magnitude of that. Don't lose sight of the beauty that is the gospel of Jesus Christ. Is Jesus too familiar? And so, hey, y'all, thank you so much for going on this journey with us. Look forward to seeing you back next week. Hey, keep those prayers coming. Thanks for being a part of this ministry. Have a great day.